Okay. Something. Okay. I'm goofing on mute buttons. Okay. Shh. Some best episode yet. This is. It's so worth it. Behold.
It's like fucking clockwork. It's gonna happen soon.
RadioVegas.rocks. Be sure and download the app, because with the app, all kinds of amazing things can happen to you. Not only can you hear RadioVegas.rocks on it and all the other cool shows like the one after this, Two Clueless Dudes, or Viva Ska Radio for your classic ska feelings, or DJ Fade's Faded and Elevated, because all these shows are awesome. Faded and Elevated has some of the coolest electronic music you're going to bump into in your life. But right now, it's time to officially start Greasy Conversation, the talk show, and celebrate new things I need to add to my checklist to make sure that, because I was like, look, checklist looks good. But hey, we've got Jules here, and whoa, I was supposed to fade it. I just abruptly ended it. It's another abrupt ending. This is the best episode yet. Gosh darn it.
Add that to the checklist.
It's the best one because it's the most recent. And welcome all on the video streams. If you were listening to RadioVegas.rocks, you got bonus time. You got extra intro song and extra enjoyment of us and extra laughing at like us not.
It's a nice intro song though.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
It's very quaint.
It's on our first album, and oh boy. Okay, so I set up everything. The one thing, you think there's that one thing that you always do, which is like check levels and not mute stuff that's important. And it's like the one thing I think I thought the least about this time. And then you can learn and live and grow with us and celebrate growth and progression and life. Anyway, I think you know by now, it's the Greasy Conversation talk show. The show where we mention that all the sponsors do good things when you mention RadioVegas.rocks. Great stuff happens. Yeah. And we've got all kinds of crazy news to show you if this is your first time tuning in. If not, then you already know we're going to react to amazing news together. And it's going to be a jolly, particularly jolly of jolly times.
Jolly old time.
The jolly of jollies.
Jolliest of times.
Yeah. Few times jollier. What's the first news?
All right.
Hey, Ange just saying, what up, Ange?
What up, Ange?
What's up, Funkmeister?
Let's jump right in there with some Florida news. It's probably my favorite place for news because just the best stories come out of Florida.
It's the craziest place on the whole world, the Bronx in Florida.
Yeah. So I got a few Florida news because it's just that good. But this dude, guy just gets pulled over, right? Got some white powdery substance on his nostrils. Of course, it's cocaine, but he's going to try to convince the cops that the cocaine and all the other drugs in his car ain't his. Right? Like,
do you have a picture of him?
Yeah, it's on there.
So that's not
How do I find this one?
It's close to the bottom. It's My Boy's a Genius.
Okay. If you're looking at our news right here, you can actually find these same news things at woz.lol, and you can look at our news along with us. Yeah, that's
right. No, it's. I wonder if this dude was trying to do like Jedi mind tricks on the officers. Like, oh no, this isn't the powder you're looking for, officers.
Honestly, I mean, it's as simple as an easy nose wipe.
I know, right?
Like, just lick the thumbs. It's day one stuff. Day one. Teach you that. They teach you that in kindergarten. You lick the thumbs, get up in those nostrils before you get on the road, silly.
Yeah, isn't that like part of like the DARE curriculum? They're like, anytime after someone offers you blow, they're gonna You know, they're gonna, tell you to do like a drip, right? It's like get a little water, throw it back there real quick.
I love that the target audience for this article is determined to be the same target audience for an ad for the Utah Shakespeare Festival. Just go right along.
If you like drugstores from Florida,
Right?
that's not even the craziest drugstore from Florida I've heard though.
Oh, no.
Did you ever hear the one about the guy that he got drugs stolen out of his car and called the cops on the guy that stole the drugs out of his car?
Yeah.
Long story short, they both went to jail.
Yeah. There's like a few of those that happen in Florida, man. Like, I don't know what people are thinking, man.
My favorite is like a Florida man steals light pole. Just like one of many light poles in the city, just doing their thing. Like there's no shortage of them yet. He felt he needed one. And it was strapped to the top of his car. He was driving away with it.
Well, you've never been like super drunk with your buds. It's like 3 a.m. You see a light pole, and you're like, bro, let's take that home. That looks so good and
No, it's not. They're like hanging out in the house, right? And they're like, you know what? It's not bright enough in here. You know what we need, guys? We need to get a light pole in here, man.
Not just any light pole.
Yeah.
This light pole we've procured is where my son was conceived under. So
Damn. So this dude also got busted with 250 grams of marijuana and about 13 Xanny pills and a small bag of cocaine.
Just a small bag. That's the one thing he takes it easy on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need this guy to commit. Like either you go all the way in, or
Right. Just wipe your nose, dude. But I mean, the cops are still gonna find all the other drugs, so that don't really matter.
yeah, I guess at that point, but I don't know.
Like, I'm sure like he might have just got away with a ticket if like cops aren't like, oh, what's that on your nose?
Gets a ticket for a runny nose.
No, like it was just a regular like traffic, stop. And so
if it's a white powder runny nose, yeah, that's a ticket.
yeah, you got a white powder runny nose. Just gonna
That particular type.
$250 fine.
That'd be nice. It's just a fine, not like,
Right.
oh, we're going to ruin your entire hope for a career after this.
Yeah. Your life's over, son.
You blew it already.
Right.
It's that blow it powder.
All right.
I wonder, like, what? I mean, obviously he was trying to sell it, but like, I mean, why would you drive around with that much?
There's another rookie move, you guys. See, here's the thing. Right in, this is the first 15 minutes of the episode, and you're already getting valuable tips you can share with people around the water cooler. If you too are getting that valuable tip experience, if you're going to apply some of this to your daily life, which I think you should, then remember to tell your friends about Greasy Conversation. Like,
Right.
Spread the message.
Wipe your damn nose.
Wipe your nose, bro.
Spread the wipe your nose message. We're learning and growing. We're teaching one another how to do things, and then hypocritically doing those things poorly in front of one another, and that's how you build a community.
In a way, I will say though, it's a little bit of Monday morning quarterback in our RN though.
I know, we're like, oh, we think it's so easy.
Wipe your nose, idiot.
No, but really.
How often do we wipe our own noses or even each other's noses for that?
I am often very guilty. I need to be a better friend to my friends. Get up in that nose. Always have some Kleenex on you for your friends.
Right.
Wipe their nose. It's going to become the new hug.
I've had a lot of significant others tell me that I was strange somehow for licking their nostrils. And here, I was just being helpful this whole time.
Yeah.
It's not a fetish.
They just didn't know. Yeah, you're way
It's
ahead of your
valuable.
time.
I actually call it mama birding.
I thought that was when you go
pretty accurate.
barf into the other person's mouth.
Well,
That's more mama bird like.
That's more foreplay. but-
Damn. All right. This next one, not from Florida, but could happen in Florida. Dude makes a fake license plate. All right. It's in California. And you got to see this. It's, is this toward the bottom too?
It's okay. Boom. I'm learning how to search.
Oh, yeah.
You can use Control F, everybody, and you can find these
that's a
articles all
thing.
fast. Yeah.
Oh my god.
The spelling. Okay, for the audio listeners, this license plate has California spelled Califas.
I think he was trying to combine California and San Francisco. Califias.
It's just like California.
Or Calabasas?
The letters
I have
are
no
all
idea.
very crooked. They're different heights.
Yeah.
The
You know,
plate itself is not even rectangular.
The plate, the numbers, that's the only accurate thing about it. Like that's good. Like that's something you'd probably see, but that's not even the right California. California license plates haven't looked like that since the early '90s.
The plate is black. The letters are yellow. They are different thicknesses.
Damn, this guy. Yeah. I don't know. So yeah, he obviously got pulled over and was intoxicated and busted for like driving under the influence, possession of meth, and being an unlicensed driver. Oh man.
That's
just
just
the license plate is too classic, man.
who
That's
thought good enough? Like this is the one you put on your car. This is like I wouldn't stop at this plate. I would try making a couple more before settling.
See, once again though, this comes down to having bad people around you. Because if your friends
Yeah.
aren't calling you
Yeah.
on that, like I
You have garbage friends if no one's like, "Oh, you nailed it, bro."
Yeah.
I'm a blessed man. Whenever I mess up spelling, my friends are right there. You spelled that wrong. Remake that license plate, Jules. California license plates don't look like that, Jules. Not that I guess maybe I'm musing to my counterfeiting license plate days, but
Well, do you show that to your friends, or do you keep that out of your friend network like vision? Do you let them see your fake license plates?
with not the ones that are that bad.
He might need to just open up to people. It might not be that he has bad friends, but that he is a bad friend.
Yeah.
Whoa, bonus lesson.
More lesson.
Yeah, no. What if his friend made this and he stole it from his friend because he thought this was like the best one his friend did, and he's like, "Yeah, that's my ticket, man."
You know what that license plate reminds me of? Like, do you remember when you were a kid and you always had that one friend that knew someone that made fake IDs? And so you pay like $100 or whatever for the fake ID. You get it, and it's the most cheap looking piece of shit. And they're like, "Oh, dude, yeah, that totally looks like you." No, man.
Yeah.
It's all thick and the edges peel and stuff.
Steven Escobar.
I never pulled that fake ID thing. What I would do is just borrow another friend's ID that was another like looked similar. Like same race, glasses, hair color, enough close. There's some like people that are iffy on the race, and you just like hand it really quick. And like, all right, so this person's the same. They've both got glasses. That's close enough. It tends to work because no one's in a hurry to like double look all this ID time.
Because most of the time they just check like the birthday. They do a quick glance at the picture and be like, and then birthday. That's yeah.
My fake ID name was Jack Johnson.
Did you guys ever play with fake documents, like a fake report card?
I actually did something similar like that. I got like a D, and I tried to make it into a B. And my mom looked at it and she said, "How stupid do you think I am?"
You think you can pen dot matrix? I thought I could make the little dots.
I got like one of those like really nice pens, and I tried so hard, and like, but no. And then the internet was out, so my mom could just check online anyway.
Oh dang! I barely missed that grades online
Yeah.
situation.
It was the worst.
All the
I had a toilet report card. They do not flush. You have to put something down with them, or they just kind of float back. I discovered there was one that I made on like regular paper, but I copied the font and the spacing exactly, so that my mom could compare it to another report card, and it was like formatted identical. And I was like, yeah. Since I lost the other one, I had to go to the office, and they just printed on regular paper.
Did it work?
Yes, and then I didn't go to summer school that year.
Nice.
And then I had to go to double summer school the next year. I had to take like college summer school and high school summer school. It was literally every day. I had some
Worth
class.
it.
So
Probably not. Probably
so
not.
awful. I'm gonna say it's worth it because what can I do about the past? I'm just gonna embrace it.
Yeah, might as
Very
well.
true.
I learned bonus. I had so much extra to forget that summer.
And you turned out all right.
Shh, close enough. Turn it out all right. Oh, this does echo. You can't tell without headphones.
Oh,
but-
what?
Yeah, I'll plug you in, and then
Oh, yeah.
people at home, you can push the orange slider in front of you up when you want echo.
Yeah.
Fun participation.
Oh.
You all have an orange slider in front of you, right?
It's true.
No?
If not, use the slider, your imagination slider.
If not, comment, and also download the app or
Like and subscribe.
yeah. Oh, and check out you may not have this orange slider. But what I was getting at is that you do have live notes,
It's true.
so you can see the news that we see throughout the day. Hey, you've got a buddy over here. Speaking of people chatting, who's this fella over here? Shout out to Roy
Shouts-
Thomas.
Thank you, Roy.
Dude, Roy's
Yep.
probably one of my favorite people named Roy.
Yeah.
Not to like narrow it down that much, because he's one of my favorite people with any first name.
Wait, Roy?
Yeah.
It's a solid name.
It is, and I don't want to take away from my enjoyment of his name when I say that I like him better than a lot of people that aren't named Roy also.
Really?
Yeah. But wait, there's a suspenseful moment suddenly.
All right. You guys hear that Radiohead apparently got hacked?
Oh my god, I can't.
This is so juicy.
I can't wait to talk about this.
Yo, so
Hot takes on.
yeah.
Hot takes on.
So there's a lot of little juicy nuggets in here, but apparently some hackers stole some unreleased Radiohead recordings. It was around the time of OK Computer. I don't know if these were all meant to be used or like, test runs or whatever, but
And also Tom York's holding maracas.
yeah, that's the best part. But one of the juiciest things is right off the bat that Tom York had 18 mini disc recordings, mostly an hour each. So mini disc
Yeah.
in 1997. So it's official. Tom York is from the future.
Well, I was in high school in 97, and a cool friend of mine had a mini disc recorder, and he was ripping all these everybody's CDs on mini disc.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't skip, and it was so cool. And then, like, by my last high school year, I had a mini disc fella and this whole little briefcase of mini discs. I was mini disc Jones, you guys. I thought I was past all the CD people. I was like, "You're stupid CDs. They're gonna be garbage. Everyone's gonna be using these mini discs."
Mini Disc Jones.
Yeah, I was replacing. I was in the future, you guys.
Great DJ name, man.
So good.
Meanwhile, like I was also downloading MP3s like the next year, so it was like trash the next year. All my mini disc money was worthless.
Yeah.
So really quick though, I gotta call shenanigans. I gotta. Call
You think this was not a real hack?
No
It's just like,
way.
check out my old mini discs, please.
Because
I'll just casually leave these over here since they're ransom worthy.
whoops. Like and then also too like there's so many holes in the story. So. First of all, they said the hackers asked for like 100,000 or was it
150,000?
Yeah,
150 grand.
And okay, and then Radiohead turns around and they go, "We're just gonna release it, and everything goes to charity, everything goes to climate change." Cool, dude. Like, wait a
Which, yeah, if they announced it that way, it wouldn't have been as big a deal.
yeah.
If there wasn't this like theft thing about it.
It just seems like like when you like, so say you're going out. You tell somebody that you're gonna go out and you end up not going, and you have to make up an elaborate excuse why you didn't show up. And you could have just told him, "Hey man, I was tired." That's what it seems like Radiohead did. Like, "Hey man, buy our unreleased, unfinished shit." Like, it's just
Our
weird.
notes, basically, like 17 hours of notes.
Yeah, exactly. I guess that's
It's
a
kinda
good take
cool.
on it.
It's a cool thing to release for fans, and he did kind of frame it like it's not that great, but hey, if it's worth this amount, then it's out there anyway.
And
Well,
wasn't
yeah.
OK Computer okay? Oh, another thing that's wrong with this. Wasn't OK Computer released for like $1, or was that in Rainbows? You could pay whatever you wanted for it.
Yeah, that was a Hail to the Thief, right?
I thought it was in Rainbows or OK.
I think it was before in Rain. I think it was Hail to the Thief.
Oh, okay. But I don't know. It's just like
Oh no! I'm sorry. It was definitely in Rainbows. Was the
Was it?
released free one? Yeah, because I remember.
Yeah, that's right.
I
You're
had
right.
this weird psychological. I don't know if anyone had this issue with this thing besides me. I didn't see it reported on as an issue. But remember how controversial it was that they were releasing a whole album when they're a band that works so hard on albums, only releases them every year or two, unless it was like the Amnesiac Kid A thing where there was a big gap and then kind of two at once. But that was almost like a 2-disc set that was charged separately for. But just saying. So in Rainbows happened, and I was so at an ends with what I should pay for it that instead of just enjoying it for free, which is one of the intentions that they allowed. You could pay nothing and just hear their music as artists and get that out there. And that the people that paid extra out of extra love would balance that out or whatever. I didn't know who I was, so I just didn't download it even for free and just avoided the album for like a year.
But then anxiety.
But guess how I like recooled it? I bought the vinyl.
Oh, nice.
Which makes them the least profit because it has the greatest overhead expense to create.
Oh yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, so like if you purchase these recordings, all the proceeds go to
Climate change.
Yeah, the Extinction Rebellion, to combat climate change. So I guess that's good. If it is like a ploy to get people to just donate money,
It's still a good ploy.
I respect it.
It's a good con.
I'm just calling.
It's a smart con.
I'm just calling shenanigans.
Yeah, I can see that now that you point that out. It's definitely not watertight.
It's
for
not
sure.
implausible.
What better way to get people to care about climate change than your favorite hipster band saying that their albums were stolen and you're going to release them anyway because we don't negotiate with terrorists?
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know?
Yeah.
Like,
Feels good.
Yeah, that's
juicy.
Man, that's some next level.
I'm just a conspiracy theorist.
I could dig it. All right, should we? Yeah, let's go to the first little break guy.
Dang, you getting the shout outs in the chat, best in town. Let's give him some
boy.
high five about it.
Yeah.
This wasn't a high five between us two. This was a high five for you alls over in there.
It was like a digital hug high five.
We're digital hugging so good.
Hug five.
Mr. Genuine in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hashtag we are pancakes.
Genuine.
My guys,
I love Jan so much.
one of the best singers in Las Vegas.
Right?
For sure.
Dude, throw those pipes out, Jan, even if it's just in streams, because I feel like there's a real time for introverted musicians to shine. And I'm not saying I'm not saying Jan's introverted or you're the introverted or like, but I know Greg and I are.
Yeah.
But we keep
Yeah.
having to do media anyway because there's this weird impulse like thing where we're just like cursed to have to be creators. Like I feel like I get sick if I'm not like outputting creation time.
Yeah.
But I discovered like I recharge alone, even though I constantly do extroverted stuff. So I was just, you know, that the Higgs boson test, the Myers-Briggs boson test.
Yeah.
I've been studying that action, and it's just been giving me all these insight. And I've been like, oh, there's these great artists that are kind of in and out of the spotlight, and I know they're creating stuff alone. Try doing more streams and little 1 minute things. We'll all enjoy them together, and we'll pool it up. That's a side goal. Sorry.
What is jet?
Whoa.
Whoa there.
That was an odd
Whoa
stinger
there,
there.
buddy.
Whoa. Whoa.
Slow you
Easy.
down.
Getting a little
Slow.
excited.
Pump the brakes.
All right.
Pump the brakes.
All right. Let's jump into our first
Whoa, it's commercial chug already.
commercial chug. Yeah,
Dang,
man.
that last 15 minutes, like, Radiohead, like,
Flew
stole
by.
15 minutes of our lives again.
Yeah.
They always do that. Don't listen to a whole record. That's like 2 hours.
Damn.
2 hours go away in
Because you gotta
40
listen
minutes.
to the record and then you gotta just sit on it. Just let it digest.
Gotta
Right.
give a good wall stare. Okay, but now it's time for commercial
Commercial
chug.
chug.
That one didn't chug the best. Is that an old one that's like linked to the wrong file? Or...
Hey everybody, for the past few months we've been telling you about Brothers Pizza. You know, the place that's located at 7575 South Rainbow. We've told you about how amazing their pizza is, how awesome it is that they stay open late, and that on Tuesdays it's 50-cent wing night, and now it's boneless wing night on Thursdays. It just keeps getting better and better. Brothers Pizza is the home of the 30-inch pie, killer pasta, sandwiches, hamburgers, salads, and more. The best part is when you call in and order for pickup and mention RadioVegas.rocks, you'll get 10% off your order. You want another reason to go check out Brothers Pizza? Well, if you order a lunch special off of our app, you're going to earn your way to a free personal pizza. That's right. Check out the RadioVegas.rocks app, loyalty program. Check out Brothers Pizza. 10 punches, you'll get that free personal pizza. And join us on June 15th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. down at Brothers Pizza, located at 7575, for again another fun day out in the sun as we give away a pizza an hour. That's June 15th from 11 to 4 p.m. Brothers Pizza, 7575 75 South Rainbow. Hopefully we'll see you there.
So audio levels and fan, we need to add to the checklist. Add the fan in the corner. Look, you guys, my fan in the corner. Okay, so next ad.
Alright, Dicks. I told you to register for the free Aerosmith tickets by clicking on the link for the Radio Vegas Rocks app and then simply register your name and phone number under the VIP tab. To punish you, Dicks, I'm gonna play Janie's Got a Gun on my hand flute while I explain again how great this contest through Radio Vegas Rocks truly is. This is free airfare, free hotel accommodations, and 2 VIP tickets on the actual stage. You're on the stage watching Aerosmith play. If one of you dicks win these tickets and you have no one to go with, I'll go with you. I would love to see fucking Aerosmith on stage, Turtle, even if you win. As long as you promise you don't roofie my drink, you don't have sex with my dead corpse. Hopefully he doesn't make my skin into some sort of apparatus he wears around his face. I'll even stay with you. All you have to do is download the Radio Vegas Rocks app and register under the VIP tab of the app to win.
Download the Radio Vegas Rocks app right now.
Do it, please download it twice. You can delete it and download it again. Grab your friends' phones and take them and unlock them and download lots of apps, but ours first.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Fade from Faded and Elevated, and I am so excited to talk to you guys about Deluxe Cleaning Service. Yeah, that's right. Miss Blanca Lopez, she is the cat's meow, y'all. She comes to your house. She comes to your office. She comes wherever you need her to go, and she cleans that sucker up like it's never been cleaned before. Yeah, that's right. She will come absolutely anywhere. Wherever you need her, she's there to keep you clean in the deluxe way.
Yeah, keeping them clean, keeping them deluxe. Really, though, this place would smell like a place where you throw rats away after they've died unexpectedly months ago if it weren't for her cleaning situation.
Oh, God.
Whoa.
People just, right? Hey, you guys know what it's a rat king, right? Where their tails get tied together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like a group of rats, and they get like basically a rat tail dread.
Yeah, a circle of them, when huddled for warmth or whatever, allow their tails to be knotted by accident, and they die tied together.
You know how horrifying that must look?
Yeah.
Are we talking New York rats?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just any rats that like live in big
Because
groups.
some of those are as big as dogs.
It forms like a crown of,
I don't know about big as dogs, but they get big.
yeah.
Big enough
Too big.
for a rat. Yeah, exactly. Too big for a fucking rat.
It's sad. It's a weird thing to picture. I would tell you not to Google it, but there's other things in this episode we're going to tell you firmly not to Google that are more important that you don't Google. We've done the hard Googling for you.
That's
So
right.
you can be safe and Google only polite things and not destroy your search history like we have.
Very true.
Yeah, we get ads for like dead rats and stuff. You know? We get ads for horrible things.
Looking for dead rats?
We get ads for stolen Radio Shack albums. I'm leaving it there. They're called Radio Shack now, my favorite band.
I love it.
Hear that Radio Shack album in Ravos?
Oh, bro, you're going to see Radio Shack now,
Oh, man. All right. So, in probably the best news Oregon has ever had,
Oregon.
they have a massive surplus of weed.
Yes. I was so afraid this article was going to be the opposite.
No, just massive surplus. So, good thing for them because it's probably cheap as fuck. Apparently, they said from last year's harvest, it's about 2.3 million pounds of weed.
I love so much it could take years to smoke it all.
Yeah. That's the equivalent of over 1 billion joints.
I love that this was reported on by Time magazine.
Yeah, Time, I'll help out. I don't see a crisis here.
Right? I mean, but the thing is, like, if weed becomes too cheap, like, you can only smoke so much weed. I mean, even if you're, like,
It's true.
die hard and you just smoke weed all day, you can still only smoke so much weed. You can't buy all the excess weed.
It's kind of like if you eat a bunch of B vitamins, it just comes out in your pee and you just have neon pee.
It almost becomes like a challenge. Almost. And, like, it could take years to smoke it all. I bet there's one dude out there like, bet. Like,
Well, yeah,
Right?
you should volcano it too. You guys shouldn't put fire to that because you still don't want to inhale like carbon molecule solids.
Butane,
Yeah. Or just everything that happens from smoke is a chemical reaction. There's carcinogens that happen from burning plant matter and changing states of matter, where if you just evaporate the gladness off and put that in, that's suspended liquid particles are way safer. Shout out to Brianna about the Radio Shack in Colorado. Shout out to limited edition Koba.
I love that. There's still. It's good to know there's still Radio Shacks in the world. Like,
Are there though?
there's one in Colorado.
Well, when you're not
Is that like
near
the
enough,
only one?
It's probably the only one. I actually heard that there's still one Blockbuster standing as well.
the one Blockbuster remains in Oregon.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think it's Bend, Oregon. It's like a museum.
It should be, huh? Yeah.
To
Like a
magnetic
landmark.
media.
So it turns out that because of the surplus, prices has of course plummeted to less than $5 a gram.
Incredible.
Yo,
Oh, man.
that's
Incredible.
nutty,
Yeah.
man. And like here, it's still prices
Too pricey.
aren't that great here.
Go through your neighborhood weed man.
It
Always
still
support-
seems like that's the move. Like it isn't competitive enough. But I just for convenience, I guess it's
And also always support local. You know.
yeah.
Still, our local situation over here has not gotten on that $5 a gram tip.
No.
Yeah.
That's insane. Real talk. We're not there.
In Vegas, if someone does offer you $5 a gram, run.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're getting dried broccoli.
Oh man, getting like swag weed from 1998.
More life lessons. More life
Right.
lessons.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like 20% seed.
Oh man, those were the days.
That's that planting weed. That's not smoking weed, kid. You didn't pay that smoking weed price. That's a planting weed. We'll just put that in the ground. You get weed in 4 months. Trust me, every time. It's good. Don't even give it light. Just blow on it. Shine a flashlight on it. You got weeds right there. 4 months. Why
Right
people
there.
have no patience anymore?
That is true.
Kids
Right.
without their patience.
Oh man.
We waited
I
4
just-
months between people mentioning weed where I grew up.
That's why they need to just like legalize it so Oregon can just ship all their weed to other states when they like have a surplus. Just dump it on all the other states and be like, yeah, I'll sell this shit.
Yeah. Especially us where it has to grow in like a Mars colony to grow weed over here.
Oh yeah, it is kind of wacky. Have you ever seen like the little labs?
Yeah.
Well, and there's like so many silly rules where like they can't even like if they grew it on site, if they had like a place to grow it and then there was a storefront, like they couldn't just like take it from the back and walk it up to the front. They would have to like load it onto a truck
Yeah.
and like drive around the block and then redeliver it to the same place.
That's part of Nevada's crazy weed laws.
Yeah, I mean at least it's legal.
Yeah.
That's something, but still like
But all weed sold in Nevada has to be grown in Nevada. That's a thing.
yeah.
A
so-
state with like 2 or 3 cities.
Before it gets to the dispensary, you have to do the Macarena a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have your car, do
exactly.
a couple jumping jacks, then you can deliver it.
You have to find a Native American and shake their hand before you can sell even like every 2 ounces.
Right. Oh man, so ridiculous. But yeah. One day in the near
One
future.
day. Those
All
are my
right.
tokes. That's the sound of me toking it.
Is that what it sounds like? That's
Yeah,
that's
That's intense.
legendary.
That's nice slurp. That's my weed slurp. It sounds like a knife made of weed smoking.
Oh man.
Cheers.
Smoke knife.
Was you smoking in there?
Whoa.
Love it.
Told you guys this was the best episode. You didn't believe me when I
It's true.
bungled all of the first part of it. But hey, on that note, some of these articles remind me of the Rock and Comedy Show, which, if you like this crazy article situation, you should check out the Rock and Comedy Show on this channel. It's like the mother of this channel. Just go to radiovegas.rocks because you're going to go there anyway to download the app and check out the schedule because it's all good stuff. You can't neglect the rest.
Who's your host on the Rock and Comedy Show?
Crazy Jay.
My guy, Crazy Jay.
Yeah, the founder.
The craziest of J's, in fact.
They used to call me Crazy Jay. Nah, he's the craziest
It's
Jay.
true.
He's crazy
true.
with a K.
Yeah. 2 Ks, but not 3.
That's one too many Ks.
Oh, man.
Except if you proceed then on to 4Ks. 4K is great. I got 4K on my phone, right?
Oh,
Oh, no,
I
it's
thought-
4G. I get G and K mixed up all the
like
time.
401k.
4K is on the TV.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a TV thing.
We're already 8K now, so it's, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
These 8K households flaunting all their Ks.
That like doesn't even matter.
Everything looks fake on them. No matter
Yeah.
what's shot, it just all looks pretend on an 8K TV.
Yeah, even like now, like most shows just look weird sometimes.
Like
Just how-
awkward.
yeah, just because it's so clear, it just doesn't
Yeah.
look right.
You're like trying to listen to what the characters are saying. You're like, no, I see the drywall tape behind them.
See like the pores on their skin.
Yeah, you're
Right.
like, oh man, there's all these screws they didn't paint over on this set.
So that reminds me, I read an article the other day, and this is super off topic, but they're getting close to smell-o-vision. We're almost there. The future is almost now.
It's hard though because there's not like a lot of base smells that
That-
you
yeah,
can just
that's-
mix to
that's-
make other smells.
There's some concepts out there, but I would assume it would be almost like virtual reality. It could only work with certain shows where you have your pre-made smells in there. Like, say they re-release a Cheech and Chong movie,
Yeah, it's a great
and
smelling
then
show.
now with smell-o-vision, that'd be kind of sweet.
If you go see a Cheech and Chong movie though, those smells are going to be there all over everywhere.
yeah.
Okay.
No
yeah.
one's smelling shit in that movie.
You create your own smell-o-vision.
Yeah.
Shout out to Brandon
Hey, what's up,
Yo.
dude?
from back in the day. That's that back in the day. It's shout. That's coming too spooky. Hold on, pretend it's this one.
That's a good back in the
That's
day.
a back in the day sound. All right.
That other one made it seem like you guys had some history. It was a little ominous.
Right. All right. So I'm sure we've all had to fly on Spirit Airlines once or twice in our lives.
Yeah, most of me fit in the seat even.
Hey, as long as you survived.
Yeah. Right.
Remember when they were?
That's all that you're paying for. Spirit Airlines. We're totally gonna survive though.
Listen, we'll get you there.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
We guaranteed arrival at some kind.
Now your dog might not make it there, but you will.
Your luggage, I don't know. If you gave us twice the price of your ticket for your luggage, it'll get there too.
Guaranteed arrival in some state of matter
Yeah.
that obeys the laws of physics. That's all we can promise, all right?
Something will get there.
Yeah. So anyway, this dude decides to fly on Spirit Airlines. Doesn't really matter where from. Anyway, on the flight, he can't help himself and has to hit his vape. Not the cool kind of vape, an e-cigarette, and then exhale into a bag. And of course, someone sees him, and then so the stewardess comes over and like tells him not to do that because, of course, why the fuck would you? Because you're on a plane, and no one else wants to smell your fucking bullshit.
Well, maybe. Okay, maybe this is blown a little out of proportion. Maybe she walked over there and said not to do it unless he blows some sick ass O's.
Yeah.
She was like, I want to see a dragon, motherfucker.
Right? I want to see a plane, like a model of this airplane that you're currently on, flying through like 3 O's.
That
Right
or
down
no
the aisle.
dice. No
Right.
dice. You gotta put it away.
And he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it.
I love that, like, if you really have a nicotine addiction, there's some e-cigarettes that you probably could sneak on a plane and, like, hold a lot of it in before it dissipates because it'd just be a smaller poof. And yet, this guy, he brought one of those boxes.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. And it probably smelled like cotton candy or something
Right,
gross
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, where it's like a 80s cell phone that you and it makes like such a cloud that when he fills this bag, he's like, "Oh, I just brought this bag of smoke on the plane. You don't bring around a bag of smoke."
Can you imagine him just sitting there, the whole aisle just covered in smoke? The stewardess walks over. He's like, "What? What? What?"
You don't vape, bro? You don't vape?
I honestly, all right. So you guys have heard of the Mile High Club? Why didn't he join like the Flavor High Club? Just go to the bathroom, cop a couple puffs.
No. That's the next part of the story.
Oh.
After he was reprimanded, he went to the bathroom and copped a couple puffs and then set off the smoke alarm. on the airplane.
Hey. Someone needs to dial back the amps on his coils or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Don't those things have like a 4K display on them that tells you like the voltage and the amps and the ohms and the
Yeah,
watts?
dude probably had like a brain implant that like just transported the information into his brain.
Yeah,
And,
he should have just touched his temples and closed his eyes and vibrated slightly and turned the dang smoke down a little bit.
You're gonna tell me I can't smoke in the aisle? I'm gonna take the fattest rip ever in this bathroom.
Right.
When is
And-
there going to be nicotine edibles that we just eat?
Oh,
They
man.
have those. There's the gum. They have the gum. You could swallow the gum. I wouldn't advise it.
Or patches or
Smoke the
whatever
gum.
else. But so anyway, once they land, they got some people waiting for him, some law enforcement, and he tried to tell them he didn't know that smoking was prohibited on planes.
I'm sorry. I thought we were in 1975.
Right? Yeah. But it turns out that wasn't the only issue. He was apparently taking swigs from booze that he brought on the plane himself, which is also prohibited. You can't do that. I'm surprised he got like booze onto the airplane. 'Cause it's hard to get like liquid past unless he like emptied out like the small 5-ounce shampoo bottles and filled it.
Oh, I was
with
going to say Listerine.
Well,
Yeah.
he was for sure flying Spirit for them not to do their due diligence.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true. Yeah.
I don't know.
But I mean, you still have to go through like the regular like baggage check and
The
everything.
TSA
so-
and everything. But maybe it was it during that strike? It wasn't the strike. The shutdown.
No, this was
Cause
like
this
recent.
No,
was
this was pretty
recent?
recently,
'Cause
yeah.
I heard some horror stories during the shutdown because they weren't paying the people and they were just letting shit fly, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Last time I went on a plane, I had to take out my laptop, some other family member's laptop, a drum machine, keyboard. They were just like, any piece of electronics bigger than your hand, just pull it out. So my backpack was just like inside out, and there's just like buckets of my clothes I'm putting together. I took over that place. I moved in.
Yeah, you had like all the trays.
You had stuff like hanging up. I had like hangers and all the trays. They ran out of trays.
Oh man.
My weirdest TSA experience was I used to have I went on a business trip to Hawaii and I had this little cigarette case, and so they're doing their whole airport thing, whatever. They do the pat down, and one of the TSA agents does the pat down and everything, right? Opens my cigarette, takes one, closes, hands it back to me, and I was like, "All right, dude."
No way!
He just literally just took it, boom, and then just handed it back to me. And I'm like, all right, man, I guess you can have it. Like,
Yeah.
I honestly didn't know how to react. I was like, all right,
That's
dude.
hysterical.
Damn.
That's
That's one of
boss.
those situations. Yeah, that's
That's a
one of those
boss, right?
situations. Like, what can you do about that? Like,
You met a leader right there.
yeah.
Hey,
Damn.
shout out to Pat Bear.
Pepper.
Behold, more news.
All right, some more Florida news because I fucking love it, man.
Keep it coming.
I can't. This dude. All right, so this dude apparently pours salt in a Walmart to rid it of evil spirits.
Works every time.
My guy.
That's your go-to, right?
Yeah.
I've spent so much on salt every month, you guys.
Right?
No one complains though. When you spill salt around places, it's not like if you spray soda or acid or urine around where you go. If it's just like some salt sprinkles, people are just like a little iffy and like, okay, I can handle it. But if you really like fling a lot of salt, if you go overboard, like Roberto's, they just like stop opening all the salt packets.
Oh, they don't like that at Roberta's?
They're not, well, a couple's
Not
fine.
anymore. Not after the last time laws went there.
They only want a fine coating of salt on the tables and counters, not like if you get crazy.
Yeah, it's the McDonald's rule, one layer.
What isn't clear is if he brought the salt into the Walmart or if he just took some salt from Walmart and opened it in the store and started throwing it everywhere.
He for sure, he for sure got the salt from the Walmart. I mean, why would you bring your own salt?
It's got to be like that special evil spirit getting rid of salt. You know?
Walmart's all about savings. He saved himself some salt by using their salt.
Yeah, and I mean, they should
True.
be handling their own expense here.
Do you think?
Yeah, they
do
should
you
be
think
getting rid of their own evil spirits.
Yeah, I mean, Ghostbusters is like $29.99 a month now.
The best part, though, is his look of satisfaction. Like, he knows what he did was right, and he's even looking down at us about
I'm
it.
so smug.
This is so smug. This is a man that knows salt's the answer, and he's doing it for humanity, no matter what you say.
He's mad at you for being so ignorant to arrest him.
Yeah. He's like, these motherfuckers don't even know what I saved them
Really?
from.
He looks like a kind soul, you guys.
Yeah.
You gotta check out this news.
A
with
kind
us, 'cause-
soul who gets arrested a lot.
Yeah. Send your friends and family a link to this article.
He's being carted away like the second coming of Jesus Christ.
This is an
They know
outrage.
not what they do.
Yeah, this guy was doing the right thing, clearly.
What was that guy's name?
Oh, I closed it. I can't see it.
His name is...
Damien. What was it? Damien Dean Cantrell.
Damien.
Shout out to you, Damien. Doing the Lord's work.
His name is Wallace Martin, so he loves Walmart for that reason. I like the Sally commercial that goes along with it. You guys, we don't have enough of our own ads. We're going to show you other people's ads from the news. And we're just going to double the ad situation. And if you're watching on YouTube, you get those interstitial ads too. Yeah, chug them.
Get everything.
All kinds. No, I don't monetize the stream, so you don't get that extra layer. Hopefully. I don't know. Maybe they give it to you anyway, and I'm sorry. Listen. I'm sorry. That's my sorrow vault. That's my vault of sorrow.
Is it?
Yeah, close that. Oh, now you know I'm sorry.
All right, let me get it one more time.
Hey, listen.
All right.
Yeah, right?
That's a good one.
It's better if you say, hey, listen, before everything, too. That's really...
No, listen.
I've got a bigger vault. Are you ready?
That one's too big.
Oh, damn.
That one's too big.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's too heavy.
There's episodes where there's like 11 of those. People getting their fingers pinched and stuff.
All right. Last one before the break.
That middle chug.
Some weirdness. I don't know if people are aware, but fecal transplants have become more popular lately as a medical procedure because it does help in correcting some of our gut biomes, which can correct some health problems. Like they're doing it for like Crohn's and ulcerative colitis, among other things. But so in this case, there were two people that received a transplant from the same donor, and the donor apparently had some type of like drug-resistant bacteria, which caused one patient to die from it. Just kind of crazy.
So they get other people's poop?
Yeah.
That's called. Well, so that's nothing new. It's been around for a little bit. It's actually called space docking. But
space docking.
Yeah, it's when you poop into someone else's butt.
Right on.
Space docking. But I guess now they're using it for good.
The problem with space docking is you don't know if you got it far enough in.
I think you'll know.
Well, you need like an apparatus. Like you need to
slightly like a funnel.
Yeah, I was thinking like a turkey baster, but with like some more liquefaction.
Yeah.
The detail on this one is not good if you're eating right now.
I was actually thinking like, so you know that little the tubing after you use paper towels, one on one and one on the other, space docking.
I feel like that diameter is a little ambitious.
Yeah, pretty ambitious, man.
I'm a dreamer.
I don't know where you're at with your training, but
it's not my first rodeo.
Right.
It's not in fact, I might need to call down to those people. Maybe I can put them into some insight. I'm gonna be like in a movie, like that one professor, like the really kooky one that helps them save the day.
Yeah, I have to shout out to Jay and again the Rocking Comedy Show, because he's always keeping me up on my updates to my constant encouragement of fecal transplants, because I feel like we've discovered that's where a lot of our decisions are made, in our gut, in our stomach. There's a whole biome in there talking to the nerve endings we have in there and giving us impulses and feelings and guiding us in subliminal ways, not just our food cravings, but like what we feel like doing. And if we have good biome because we take our healthy, successful friends and we put their poop where our poop goes,
yes,
that it makes us all better. And I'm just a big advocate of that. So he's always given me up-to-date news on that. And here we're already running into a speed bump here because we're not vetting the poop enough when we're doing this on a professional level. We need to make sure this is healthy poop from people that don't have exotic bacterias. Because I think, you get some exotic stuff in there and you get like exotic immunities, right?
Yeah. Like,
but it turns out you might have some stuff that's really difficult for other people to handle in their poop.
It's true.
It's true.
So we need to be more careful about this. And part of this, I think, is related, is a recent trip we went on. Josh Coots from Viva Ska Radio. Shout out to that show. You know I couldn't not mention
I
this.
know, yeah.
But our poop touched. We were camping. The toilets flushed out somewhere, but they didn't have the water to put down to cause the flushing. So to minimize the flushing, sometimes more than one person would have an instance between flushes. And I feel like that bonded us. We became like so tighter now that we know our poops touched.
It's not Eskimo brothers, but it's porcelain compatriots.
Yes! Porcelain compatriots. Also, it makes me wonder, a related note, can you spread pink eye with butterfly kisses?
Absolutely.
Have you had this?
I've given someone pink eye.
With butterfly kisses?
On purpose?
On purpose.
Oh no. This is a roommate situation?
That's
No, I used to have this friend back in the day, and
I like the used to have the friend.
yeah, we're not friends anymore. But I farted on his pillow just to see if it would work, because the rumor was always there. So I farted on his pillow. 2 days later, had pink eye.
Oh man.
Damn.
Got him.
He's gonna sneak up on you while you're sleeping and butterfly kiss you so hard.
Oh no.
But the thing about that is that's some good science right there.
It is.
It's a solid hypothesis, and you tested it.
Yeah.
Bam, theory confirmed.
I'm a scientist.
Exactly, man.
Like,
That's
through my research with space docking and the spreadature of pink eye, I'm quite the humanitarian. You know?
it's true.
You guys,
Very
that
true.
spreadature tip though.
Yeah. Oh man.
Does that mean that it's time for commercial chug?
Chug. And
Yeah.
a
And you know,
and a
chug, gonna have it a chug, gonna chug that stuff so good. When it's chugging, we do the chug.
Hey everybody, for the past few months we've been telling you about Brothers Pizza. You know, the place that's located at 7575 South Rainbow. We've told you about how amazing their pizza is, how awesome it is that they stay open late, and that on Tuesdays it's 50-cent wing night, and now it's boneless wing night on Thursdays. It just keeps getting better and better. Brothers Pizza is the home of the 30-inch pie, killer pasta, sandwiches, hamburgers, salads, and more. The best part is when you call in and order for pickup and mention RadioVegas.rocks, you'll get 10% off your order. You want another reason to go check out Brothers Pizza? Well, if you order a lunch special off of our app, you're going to earn your way to a free personal pizza. That's right. Check out the RadioVegas.rocks app loyalty program. Check out Brothers Pizza. 10 punches, you'll get that free personal pizza. And join us on June 15th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. down at Brothers Pizza, located at 7575, for again another fun day out in the sun as we give away a pizza an hour. That's June 15th from 11 to 4 p.m. Brothers Pizza, 7575 South Rainbow. Hopefully we'll see you there.
10 punches. Tomorrow, Brothers Pizza. Don't just take it for granted. Brothers Pizza tomorrow at 11. I'll be there. You can start getting your 10 punches on the app, and you get a free pizza situation, 10 punches. Listen, the thing is, 10 of them, 10 punches. 10 of them.
What is Jesse Ray's Barbecue? Well, it's a tiny, unassuming place with a modest menu of platters, sandwiches, and house-made sauces. Located at 5611 South Valley View. By the smell alone, you're gonna know you're in the right place. Come try the award-winning slow-smoked ribs, chicken, pulled pork, hot links, and brisket. The sauce is also something to talk about, as you will want to eat it with every bite. Here's a tip. Their sauces are available for purchase. When people ask you, how do you like Jesse Ray's Barbecue? You'll say, like most people I know, I don't like it, I love it. Jesse Ray's Barbecue is 100% legit. Stop on by for a meal that will satisfy your barbecue-loving lips. Mention RadioVegas.rocks for 10% off your order. Jesse Ray's, located at 5611 South Valley View on the corner of Valley View and Russell. Come in, take a bite, find out why they're so award-winning.
We did a remote broadcast from there on the Greasy Conversation show, so you can see what it looks like when people eat that sweet brisket.
Yo, it's delicious.
But now
No
it's
doubt.
tiki time, right?
Yeah, don't steal the ashtrays.
Don't steal the ashtrays. Did you do the warp button? Not that that's related.
Hello, my friends. I am here to tell you about Juan's Flaming Fajitas and Cantina, the best Mexican restaurant in all of Las Vegas, located at 9640 West Tropicana. The food is so fresh and so amazing, even your cousins can't tell the difference. Happy hour every day from 3 to 7. Great drink specials like the Corona Rita for $6. Whether you're into chimichangas, beans and rice, flautas, fajitas, we got that. Okay, if you need to call us, 702-823-1400. Juan's Flaming Fajitas and Cantina.
Cantina fajita.
Yeah, that place is legit delicious. If you've never been there, go. Oh, they got bomb margaritas too.
Yeah, that Corona Rita noise sounds ridiculous.
Corona Rita.
All right.
That's
yeah.
right. Oh, hey, isn't it time for the submarine of knowledge? The
It
submarine
is
of knowledge.
always. Does that mean we
Submarine.
actually have to do like
Knowledge.
not joke news? All right, finally.
No, I mean, we can do, you know.
No. All right. What do we know? How about you break one down for us, Waz? I know you're on this. iTunes is officially dead.
Yeah, breakdown. So get it. iTunes is no longer like an Apple piece of software that you use on your Mac to rip music off CDs and store your local library of music. It's existing on the PC for a while longer, just for people to use their legacy hardware and whatnot. But no, it's back to Winamp, you guys. It's time to manage your music library with Winamp again.
Seriously?
Really?
Yeah.
Like, are they discontinuing it or?
Correct. Now you're going to manage your iPhone through the Finder app. Or I don't know what you do on a PC with that. But it's all cloud. You just cloud it up. Everything's cloudy now.
What are they going to do with Macs, though?
All the stuff that you do with iTunes has already been replaced by other pieces of software on the Mac.
Really?
But like playing audio files, you're just not supposed to do that anymore. You just don't. You just stream your audio files. If you have an audio file, it's because you're some kind of media creator, which is like why I got in the Apple universe. Because PCs, even today, there's extra stuff you have to hassle with.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
I mean, it's a tiny bit more difficult now, but it's one of those things where they figure, if you're one of those play with files people, you're going to do that with your DAW software and other third-party stuff. You don't need a music management app anymore if you're just streaming it through Apple Music. Apple Music is replacing the branding. Nothing's anything. The whole thing.
Wow.
There's no anymore in Apple.
So when did this come down? Because I was just listening to iTunes yesterday.
I mean, it's not going to suddenly stop working.
It's
But
gonna be a
over
transition
time,
period.
yeah, they're just going to ignore it till you go
It's just
away.
gonna keep breaking, and then people are gonna be like, "What's wrong with my iTunes?"
I honestly blame
Yeah.
you. I blame you too for that.
You too?
Yeah, the band. Because do you remember a couple years ago?
Yes.
This created the downfall when they forced everyone to put that garbage U2 album on their phones.
Well, they
made
could have
you go,
asked permission before spending my data putting it on there as the issue.
Absolutely. And that started the downfall, honestly. So Bono, we're going to throw hands,
It's on
bud.
you, man.
Yeah, it's Bono's
You killed
fault.
iTunes.
And the Edge sucks too. Sorry, U2 fans. Sorry.
Yeah, we can't leave that hanging on the edge. Our buddy Edge, come on back. We're joking. Come on, buddy. He's never going to be on the show again.
No. But
He's sensitive.
he is kind of sensitive.
I mean, look at him.
Bald.
Really?
He is bald. Yeah.
I thought he just had like a woven hair
Does he got a
situation.
little bit hanging on still? I thought he went bald completely.
I've never seen actually the
I don't know.
surface of his head under the beanie, to be honest.
Hmm.
I feel like that should be something that should be more of an outrage, that we should be able to see the surface of celebrity heads if you get to a certain level. Like,
Wouldn't it be
You
odd? He just like takes his beanie off, it's just brain exposed.
it's
Mojo
a glass
Jojo.
dome. I am Krang.
This is where all the U2 songs come from. Up here.
This is where I build them. He is Krang.
Yeah. All right. So this is kind of, I guess we got to have some like fucked up news once in a while because the world is kind of fucked up.
Oh yeah, you mean like 80% of your articles in here?
No, I mean the first half of the show's been all like lighthearted and jokey.
Yeah, that's not fair to you. Let's get crazy.
Yeah. So I just picked this out because this seems like kind of rare, but I guess you would call the dude a serial killer. That's a good
word.
That's a good lead-in, right?
Who found this article?
No, but it's so it was a nurse, and this was in like a hospital in like Berlin or somewhere near that. And
87 patients? Okay, sorry. Go on.
yeah. So he murdered 87 patients, and these people who do this in hospitals are called angels of death, right? Because they usually target suffering patients, and that's part of the rationalization. Is you can say like, oh, I'm releasing these people of their suffering. You know?
And sometimes these people are cool and they're doing a good job.
It's like human euthanization.
Yeah, against someone's will, of course, but
against the will is because it's always an issue of consent.
Yeah. And generally, like, if you're going to euthanize someone, I think you would probably want their consent, or I guess...
For sure.
Unless you're America, and then we just do it as punishment, but, whatever.
Is this the guy? Is that a picture of him?
Yeah, look how he's like looking down, considering us.
He looks so bummed. It's like, how did this happen?
So, but the thing is, like, this wasn't a normal angel of death. Like, he's not the type to just release patients of their suffering. He would like OD them on heart medication and other shit and try to get them into cardiac arrest so he could bring them back.
Oh, gnarly.
Yeah, like
so
was
he'd kill the same
dude.
person multiple times.
Yeah,
so he was an angel of life and death.
Yeah.
Give this man a Nobel Peace Prize.
An angel of fucked upness.
That's a crazy game.
No, so, just fucked up, man.
Wow. So he did that to 87 people.
Yeah.
That man was putting up some numbers.
Right?
Dang.
That's pretty fucking crazy, man.
Yeah,
like,
make the all violence team there.
Yeah, like captain of the team.
He's playing in the serial killer Pro Bowl.
I think that he's a pussy because he went for these hospital bed people.
Yeah, definitely.
He wasn't doing this on the streets like a man.
Kill some real people, psycho.
Right?
Like an adult.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? This guy.
This amateur.
Yeah.
I just can't get over that look on his face. Like, he's seriously debating, like, how did this happen?
I know, it looks like he's looking down at our podcast right now on the video.
Yeah,
feed.
he's like, these guys don't appreciate my work.
He's considering us
Fuck
right
this
now.
guy, man.
Like, honestly, it's like, I honestly never get that. With serial killers and people that do stuff like that in general, when they get caught and they get, like, a long sentence, they're, like, so upset. And I'm like, well, what was your outcome?
What was your end game? Yeah.
Well, it's generally like part of the like psyche of serial killers is like they kind of want to be caught on some level, and that's why some of them usually end up like messing with the police and shit, like famously Zodiac killer and stuff like that. Some like coded letters to the police because they like they're challenging. They're like, you can't catch me, but they kind of want to be caught so that their like body of work can be publicized, I guess.
And they never caught the Zodiac, huh?
Supposedly not, no.
Well, that's why we don't celebrate names anymore. Have you noticed the press in general doesn't talk about the names of mass killers as much?
Well,
so they don't get
which is
celebrated.
good, yeah.
Yeah, it's a move.
America is the only country that really famously does that. In other countries, they don't.
They caught on earlier on that.
Yeah, they don't publicize the names of the serial killers. America, boom, put the face right on, bam. Like,
man.
Yeah, we have like a weird fascination with it, I guess.
We've got so much juice in our news right now. I feel like this episode is going by way too quick.
It really is.
After the next one that you have, I want to do a chug on the ones that we publicized on our headliner graphic.
Yeah, for sure. So this one's kind of interesting. So we all know that Einstein developed the general theory of relativity. And then he was working on, because he developed this theory which explained a lot of how the universe worked, and then all these other new age spooky dicks came up with quantum mechanics and had to throw his whole thing in a loop. And he wasn't really keen on quantum mechanics, so he tried to develop this unified theory. And from all his journals, there was like one page missing in his calculations that
yeah, there was a missing page.
Yeah.
And it was found, and it turns
Finally
out
found.
It was like just in some vault situation. It was being hoarded.
Yeah, just like probably no one knew about it, I guess. And they found like a bunch of pages of his notes, and that was one of the missing pages.
This is the one people were really wondering about.
Did they find anything juicy on that page?
Not
Yes.
really.
No, kind of. There's
Yeah, yeah.
there's some people, there's mathematicians that are excited about the math that they was wondering was missing in between. But like they're still, it's so thick of a gravy that they're still like decoding it right now.
Yeah, and I don't think it's actually going to be like the unified theory of physics or anything, but still be interesting,
I
no
just
doubt.
imagine them like adding up all the equations, type it into a computer, and then after just hit like the equals button, just a smiley face pops up. It's just like an emoji.
And they're like, they gather around. They're like, look. I'm like, what? It's just like a smiley
Albert
face.
Einstein,
stick butt.
the inventor of the emoji.
It's not just a smiley face emoji. That's what the graviton looks like.
Or it just spells out boobs. This is 8005.
Holla if you're anticipating the discovery of the graviton, you guys. If I'm not the only one excited about particle physics discoveries. Because we found that Higgs boson, which is more importantly the Higgs field, which grants mass, but we haven't officially discovered the particle that grants gravity. Even though mass and gravity are related, they're different things.
So if we discover that, what are we talking? Hover boots?
We're
No.
talking. No, nothing changes.
We just talked that like
yeah.
we know that there's like a field that gives things matter or mass is all. Basically.
If you interact with the field extra, you have capability of having mass. If you don't interact with the field, you can be like a photon, just travel through massive objects. I mean, except ones that block you, but I mean, you just don't seem to be affected by gravity anywhere near as much. You don't have the acceleration and deceleration and other things that massive things have as deals inertia. There's not like photon inertia. That's not like really a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because of that Higgs field. So anyway, just understanding this stuff lets you make things later, even if you don't get hover hats right away. You put on this hat and you can hover. Eventually we get hover hats, you guys. We hovering around, flailing like dog paddles in the dogs paddling in the pool.
I just want like a hat that hovers above my head.
Dang.
It just sits like on this.
Okay, this even with like a coat hanger bent to make a hat hover is just the awesomest merch idea, you guys.
A hover hat.
Greasy conversation / merch. We're gonna have that hover hat soon.
I love that.
I love this idea.
That's so good.
This is gonna be the new walking invisible dog on the leash.
Because that's already
thing.
like a style to like have the hat. You don't really put it on. You just like set it on
Yeah,
top of your head. Just
yeah.
barely, you know,
I've
like
heard of that. It's just like
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, right.
I hate that.
Yeah,
That'd
me
be
too.
crazy.
But I might as well go to the next level. Just like have it.
That
with the
and
hover hat.
Do you remember when people stopped taking the tags like off their clothes? And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that was like a legitimate style a couple of years ago. Like people would be wearing like hats with like
The tag
price
on.
tag
Are
on it.
people
Or the
removing the
sticker.
tags now?
I
People take their tags off
I mean,
now?
some people do.
Yeah, some people. I hope if you're out there and you're listening, take the tags off your hat.
That means I can finally let my back passengers in my car see out the back window because I can pull that tag off my car.
Yeah, I mean, but we can take it one step further. I mean, just don't even take the hanger out of your shirt anymore. Put it on, hanger on.
Oh man, that's.
I like it with the hanger on.
But do you have the hanger in the back or the front?
In the back,
In
so,
the
so you
back.
get the good.
All right, all right.
Get the good stance.
Those hanger in the front people don't know what's up.
Right.
They really don't. Like no class. Front hangers have no class.
I see that hook sticking out. In front of your shirt.
Right. Damn. Nice.
Unrelated note, shout out to RJ. Not that he's one of those coat hanger in the shirt people.
No,
Nah, not yet.
He's a backer for life.
Yo, RJ,
Yeah,
what up?
coat hanger in the
RJ
back.
is a man of class and of dignity.
It's true. All right, so next article I thought was pretty interesting because turns out we are actually in the middle of a mass extinction event.
Oh yeah,
If
all
you
the
go
frogs
by-
are mass extinction venting and
Yeah, no, not just frogs. Like we're just
amphibians especially.
yeah, but frogs and amphibians are being hit the hardest, but all species, since humans have really started to industrialize things, a shit ton of species have like dropped off the face of the earth, and a lot more are expected to.
Shout out to the platypus.
Oh man, my boys.
My boys.
Yeah, so that's just crazy, and a lot of people don't realize that, and it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. And you're like, oh, big deal, what, you know? No, but like, everything is like intertwined on this planet, and you don't know like what one link in the chain, like if that breaks, what it can do.
Yeah, we
for
could
the
get
overall
overrun
ecosystem.
of anything. Lots of invasive species in places. That
Yeah,
are
exactly.
isolated
Like if something
habitats.
doesn't have a predator, I mean,
Yeah.
a number of things that could happen.
It's definitely very dark to think about though. Like if over time, like aren't we? We're almost out of rhinos, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have a couple left.
Two.
Well, a few certain like types of rhino, like species of rhinos, are like pretty extinct.
One just recently, the last it was a certain kind. The last it was a black
Rhino. Yeah,
the black rhino. Those are completely gone.
Yeah, I think like the last male like died, like in the last year or two or something. Yeah. So, but then like on the flip side, there's been species that we thought have been extinct for a number of years, and then we find them in the wild. They have like really low populations, but they've survived. So
they just go away because they don't want to be around us.
Yeah, they're like, fuck these bitches.
The coelacanth.
Well, that's why fish got it figured out.
Yeah, that's a fish.
We've only discovered only a percentage of fish. Underwater, they go so deep. They're like, these guys are not reaching us at all.
Some of these things are cool looking too.
Yeah, but like even like deep underwater, it's not safe. Like on a recent dive in the Marianas Trench, like they've sent a submersible down there as far as we've been so far, and they still find plastic down there. Yeah. So like plastic is permeating like the ocean and fucking things up, which is terrible. So just get a fucking reusable grocery bag, man. It's like $1.
Be sure to
it's like 50 cents at Walmart or something, man.
Be sure to recycle your Bud Light Platinums.
Yeah.
Or get ones that are in a paper carton instead. You guys, paper everything. Paper straws, paper tires. No, what really though, real talk, tweels. We talked enough about tweels last episode, but if you don't know what a tweel is, that's a safe thing to Google. You and your grandmother should get together and enjoy some tweels together.
Tweels, yo.
Is it like a toilet wheel?
Toilet wheel, yeah.
Also a good idea. Not quite though.
Oh man,
like
RJ's bringing up the dude that in the 1300s who let out hundreds of birds in New York City. And these birds are just devastating the city right now in the millions, taking over.
Damn. Yeah, it's really crazy. Like invasive species. Like we had they were like zebra mollusks or zebra mussels or something in Lake Mead.
Oh yeah, those were an issue in Michigan too, if I remember.
Yeah, they're like a type of mussel or clam type thing. I don't know.
It's a mean clam.
Yeah, but they just like latch onto anything, like bottoms of boats, any structure under the water, and just produce. So they would like get near on like Hoover Dam, and just like clog up all that shit.
And they're
so
like is it like an animal?
Yeah. They're living creatures, but they got like transported there on accident. Probably like 1 or 2 stuck on someone's boat or something from they went somewhere else, and they're not native to here, and they don't have any predators in Lake Mead, so they just like spread rampantly. Like in I don't know if it's in like Florida. I know in Australia for sure they have like they're called cane toads. There's these like giant toads that have like
oh yeah, I think that's Australia.
Release toxic venom, so like they have no natural predators and like overrun. They're like everywhere.
Are they like killing people?
No, but they just they fuck up the animal population because certain animals try to eat them and they can't and they die. Yeah. So
yeah, and competition for resources too.
Yeah, like
so much of it is people like moving these animals even accidentally. It's not something people are very consciously doing, but still something we have to consciously
yeah, and most like invasive species aren't like transported purposefully. So
and not all of them are this damn cute. That's an issue. We need to rescue the less cute ones too.
Yeah, lizards and frogs are super cute. They're awesome. They're cool little friends. Make buddies with them, man.
Make buddies with them.
Yo, because some of them you can milk their venom and smoke it and trip the fuck out, yo.
Yeah, I don't want to waste that.
The toad licking.
Yeah.
Woof.
Well, actually, you can like you can you can milk their venom glands and then smoke it, and it's like it's called 5-MeO AMT. I guess it's supposed to be similar to like DMT.
Dang, knowledge drop, you guys. Tell your friends.
Yeah, certain type. You don't want to just do it to like any venomous toad. So don't go doing that shit, man. Do your fucking research.
After we go off the air, we're all smoking toad.
Yeah, man.
It's renewable though. You just tie up their limbs and where they stress and sweat, and you scrape the sweat off of them, and then you give them a tiny a tiny like a cupcake that's just safe for frogs, and they're all grateful and they don't
They're happy.
mind.
Yeah, they love
Could
the
you imagine
cupcakes.
It's worth the cupcake to them.
Could you imagine if someone did that to humans?
Like tie you up, scrape your stress sweat.
Wait until you
Like, don't kill me! What's going on?
And then like they let you down and just give you a burger.
And you're like,
Get
yeah, all
outta
right.
here, dude.
Okay, my friends were right about you. I'm glad I did this.
And they're like, yeah, but we're gonna have to do it again in 6 hours.
All right.
I'm like, do I get another burger?
Is
Okay
this
then. Okay.
that missing time? I was driving along this highway and all of a sudden an hour disappeared. And this guy looks like a Batman villain,
He really does.
licking his eye and stuff. That one can go extinct. I'm cool with losing that one. This guy will keep this one. Don't lick your eye if you don't want to be extinct. Leave that alone. Do that at home, you guys.
Yeah.
Don't do that in front of me.
Eyes at home.
I
Lick
lick
your eyes at home.
I lick in behind closed doors.
Okay, we're going back to the eye licker for a second.
He does look like a comic book villain, though.
What about them invasive humans? I know, right?
Yeah, man.
Speaking of, oh wait, hey, we can't leave on the floor the fact that Nevada banned weed tests for employment, regular employment.
Changer.
Yeah.
So it's illegal to test for weed in hiring now in Nevada.
Well, it doesn't say that. It says it's unlawful for any Nevada employer to fail or refuse to hire someone if they test positive for marijuana.
Oh,
But
but
they-
get this, Nevada's a right to work state.
Yeah, but they could
Yeah.
still refuse to hire you.
They can refuse
Yeah.
to hire you for literally any imaginary reason.
Yeah.
So just if they collect this data, then they can say that they're not hiring
just
you
weren't
for another.
qualified.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like a not. Yeah, it's like it's like good in spirit,
Yeah.
you know, but it doesn't do anything really.
Because the places.
They'll still test
that-
you anyway.
Yeah, and the places that would have followed this rule anyway, they probably don't drug test anyway.
Yeah.
Like most of those places, and like you guys are saying, like they could deny you for any old reason. I once got denied for a job because they said that they didn't like that I played music.
There's no shortage.
You
is the
don't
thing.
want to. You don't want to work there anyway.
Yeah,
like,
They're not going to run out of people to hire.
They called me and they go, "Listen, Jules, we don't know. We just don't know about this music thing." I was like,
It seems subversive.
I don't know about
I
you.
don't know if society needs that.
Yeah. I mean, real music. Like you know, people dance to that, right?
Yeah, the people that
Oh no.
the people that do this level of drug testing for hiring, and okay, Best Buy already doesn't look at weed tests, and Lowe's doesn't either when they drug test. Lowe's does only a swab anyway. They just want to tell if you can go 3 days without drugs.
"Are you high
That's
right
all
now?"
Lowe's cares about.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Were you able to stay off of most drugs for 3 days? Here's your swab. But like, it's these casinos and these things that only want like mindless slug people to work for them anyway, and they'll just get another slug if you don't work out.
Yeah.
Paramount. Sorry. I'm still bitter about the Star Trek experience. That doesn't
And
even
they're-
exist anymore.
Shouts outs to Paramount.
and there are some exemptions with like firefighters, so it's understandable. EMTs, and government jobs.
You definitely don't.
Oh, there's some exceptions. I'll
Yeah.
take a high as fuck firefighter.
I do
He's
n-
gonna be in the zone.
I do not want a high EMT. Can you imagine? I'm having a heart attack. Are you, man? Oh shit!
You don't think it's gonna balance out all the Adderall EMTs are on?
Oh,
Just
man.
saying.
Yeah.
Do you know an EMT that's not a stimulant addict?
I don't. Other than
Sorry.
an EMT.
Bless your
I don't
hearts. Do a good job, but you should have to work less hours, and the city should just spend money on more EMTs so you can relax and enjoy your job more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what EMTs really deserve, and they wouldn't have to be stimulant addicts.
Shouts outs to EMTs.
Yeah, you're
And
heroes. And stimulants. And stimulant addicts. Shout out to all y'alls. What's the next one we should hit?
How about this one? This is kind of interesting. So kind of like a redux, I guess. Back in old 2008, everyone remembers that year with rosy memories, I'm sure. But apparently there was a fire at Universal Studios. I had to jog my memory. I don't really remember it. Who cares?
Yes, there was a fire at Universal Studios, and a bunch of masters were lost. They lost a bunch of Guns N' Roses early recordings, like Appetite for Destruction, the Eagles, Hotel California.
Yo, a lot of Elton John, Tom Petty.
You guys, the list, it's basically everyone you've ever listened to.
Yeah, pretty much, dude.
And the funny part is, like, egg on their face. That's why you keep your masters in a fireproof place. Usually a lot of masters are, I know a lot of musicians that keep them legitimately in a safe. Like in a fireproof safe for that exact reason.
Or, you know, have it totally not fireproof, but in more than one state. It's not like this corporation. It's freaking, if you look at this repertoire of artists, they had the money to have another facility somewhere in the country.
Armstrong.
All of them.
Iggy Pop.
It's
and
all
literally
of the people.
everyone you've ever listened to.
Yeah.
No, I just scrolled for like 8 pages. It's everybody you've heard of.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I can understand losing the multi-track masters. I can understand losing the final, like, say, your source footage, so to speak. But when you have, like, your 2-channel master or even, like, your final multi-track master that's, like, your everything bounced down to separate tracks but, like, already mixed, the master, that's like ADAT. If you guys don't know, an ADAT's like a VHS tape. These old ones, okay, we're talking, like, maybe 2-inch tapes. That's like, I'm gesturing like I'm hugging a barrel. Something like that big around and 2 inches wide. It's not like a difficult thing for one band, one album to have this in like a storage unit in Arizona also.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well,
the sloppiness here.
Well, also, too, it's very...
And they didn't let these bands take their own masters.
I was just going to say
right?
that. So this is just becoming a real popular thing, but it's so important. You need to own your masters.
Own your stupid masters.
So important. And also, too, who was the dumb that started that fire? You know, he was making, like Hot Pockets or something, and he just left him in before it, like, comes back.
He's like, oh, man. He's like, these things are always cold. I'm going to put them in for, like, 15 minutes, like, with a fork.
Can you imagine him walking back into the room to go back to work, and he's just like... And I'm fired.
This level of slop, you know, they probably had like electrical conduit going through the coffee machine. It's like that.
Yeah.
Just incompetence all around. Shout out to Universal Studios.
Yeah.
Good job.
For that incompetence.
Real Universal.
All right, real quick before the news chug, let's do our last commercial guy.
Commercial guy.
You guys love tacos?
I do.
Yes.
I do.
Okay, right? Yeah.
tacos.
That's my spirit animal.
I don't care what gender you are or, you know, we love tacos, right?
Sexually identify as a taco.
Yes! Whatever, man. But, you know, since we all love tacos, we all need to know about Pinche's Tacos. And do you know where it's at? It's 9205 West Russell Road. It's an awesome place for lunch, dinner, or both. Here at RadioVegas.rocks, we love this place so much that if you mention us and order a blood orange margarita, they will give you a free gringo taco. What? Free gringo taco? Yes, that's right. That's what I said. And you know what else? It's like, okay, you're like, well, I don't really feel like driving over there. They have 2 locations, bruh. 2 locations. But you need to get in on this deal. You must visit the Russell location. I mean, yeah, that's where you gotta go for the free gringo tacos. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? If you're just like, I don't have gas for that, but I have money for tacos, just go to the other one. But yeah, Pinche's Tacos, because who else doesn't love tacos, man?
Who else doesn't love tacos, man? Only taco-deprived,
Psychos.
sad people that feel bad. You just haven't found your taco. You haven't found the right taco for you.
It's true.
You know what? I don't like those energy drinks that make you all of a sudden talk like this. That's why you need to try all-natural Zip Fizz. Drop a little Zip Fizz in that H2O, you're ready to go. Up to Mount Charleston, maybe hit the craps tables, who knows? It'll help you get through that 9-to-5 day. Just visit zipfizz.com and use the promo code RadioVegas.rocks.
You guys, 2 to 4% of my bloodstream right now is Zip Fizz.
All day, every day.
Get it at Costco and tell the people at Zip Fizz, hit them up special and let them know Radio Vegas. RadioVegas.rocks specifically. Zipped them up, got them the zip.
It's back! The triumphant return of the Zoe Bowie Karaoke Contest. Brought to you by Zip Fizz, all natural energy. With a grand prize of singing your favorite song on stage live with Zoe Bowie and his band. It's the Zoe Bowie Karaoke Contest. For more details, listen to the Rockin' Comedy Show or visit rockingcomedyshow.com. And keep it right here of the station that sings with Zoe Bowie. RadioVegas.rocks.
I'm holding the guitar.
Yeah, Joe Perry puts on quite the dance. That's the Aerosmith person. You can climb on stage with them with the crazy VIP tickets that we're giving away. If you get the RadioVegas.rocks app from the website, either platform, it's a new, fresh, juicy app. There's scratcher time to get stuff from Brothers Pizza. 10 scratches! And once you've done this, you get to be among the cool folks. You just put in your email. We're just going to use it to let you know when and if you've won the Aerosmith ticket situation. People, excuse me, people out of town will fly you over. There's some flyover tickets, and the plane will land too. It just won't fly over the concert. It'll land in the same city, which is here in Vegas, and you'll see Aerosmith. You'll see them so good. Anyway, that was the main thing I wanted to make sure we mentioned extra, because it's the biggest thing we've ever given to anyone in our lives, even as individuals.
It's true.
So, we're back. It's Greasy Conversation, the talk show.
On RadioVegas.rocks.
With bonus animal chug right now.
Yeah, animal news chug. So, I gotta dive into this fucking crow story, because it's pretty silly. At first, it just seems like innocuous. They're like, it was in Vancouver, Canada. A crow just like flies onto a crime scene, grabs a knife that was part of evidence, flies away for like 15, 20 feet. A cop chases him, and then he drops the knife, right? And you're like, okay, no big deal. But apparently, this crow has a history. His name is Canuck the Crow, and he's apparently Vancouver's most notorious bird. Dude, he has his own Facebook page.
He has a backstory, basically.
Yeah, he's like constantly covered in the news and just.
So he's basically a supervillain.
Yeah.
Was this one from you or Ange Kerfoot?
I don't know. I think this might have been from Ange. Maybe me. I don't remember.
If I posted this in, Ange Kerfoot came with the hella animal news. She got the next one too. We're gonna go over, but before we leave the crow though.
Yeah. So I mean, crows are proven out to be pretty intelligent creatures. They can remember people. They can remember people that are like mean to them, and they can tell other crows to like harass people. So you know they're pretty smart dudes. But this crow is just, you got to check him out. He's got an interesting history.
They know it's the same crow. He has a little wristband on his leg.
Yeah.
And he interacts with this town so much. This news reporter was able to interview him.
Yeah.
So, coming from a fellow Canadian, leave it to Canada to have a bird as a supervillain.
Right?
Right.
It's a friendly supervillain that appears for interviews.
Yeah. This dude's doing like press conferences now.
Yeah, totally. He's got social media. He's got a posse.
So great.
Yeah, soon you're not even going to be able to talk to him. Soon you're going to talk to my agent.
Okay,
Right.
didn't I say like 2 seasons ago that we should let birds vote?
Yeah.
did
You've been
say
saying that for a while. Yeah.
Just parrots and like the crow, blackbird, raven family.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what they're called, but that whole family that crows are in they're insanely smart.
Yeah, for sure.
Except the ones where my mom used to work at the animal shelter, because all they did was swoop down, eat dog food all day, and get fat. They could barely fly. They didn't learn any English.
All right, and then what was the one from Ange?
Okay, that one was from Ange Kerfoot. Shout out.
Yeah.
New album called Into the Whatever. You can also find that at woz.lol on the Greasy Conversation website. New album, download it, pay whatever price you want. Just
Pretty
like
dope.
In Rainbows, we're pulling the In Rainbows, you guys. Don't wait for the vinyl, because who knows if we're ever pressing crap in vinyl. Vinyl might be one of those environmental save the ocean, don't make stuff out. It'll be a cardboard record, but don't wait for the cardboard record. Download it now, pay whatever you want. It can be $0. We don't care. Just listen to it. It's really good. It's got some serious bangers on it. Into the Whatever.
It's legit for sure.
Ange Kerfoot. And here's another piece of animal news from it. This rat broke into an ATM and ate $18,000 worth of cash and died.
Yeah. So this took place in India. They got some nice pictures here of the rat making his little nest, but that's a lot of money to eat.
It's a lot of money to eat. I've eaten some money in my day, and this is impressive.
So I have a couple questions. One, why weren't they servicing that ATM
more often?
India.
2, how long did it take for this rat to eat?
I know. How long was that in there?
3, so rats are just eating money now, like it's just something to do?
Well, Indian money probably has all kinds of delicious spices from people's fingers all over it, right? Probably tastes delicious.
So it says here that the ATM.
Wait, there's an ad that says 3 things to avoid feeding your cat on the same thing.
Money.
One of them better be money, right?
Rats that eat poison money. Okay, sorry.
So it turns out that the ATM was not dispensing money for 12 or more days. So apparently that's how long it took. It's like, I don't know if you guys watched Charlotte's Web when you were a kid. Remember Templeton, when he got all fat and was like rolling around? It was like a little jelly ball. That's this guy.
Imagine if we could train rats to identify the backside of locks and just get them up in these ATM machines. Like, look, I'm going to let you eat all the money you want. Just touch the backside of this lock like this. Lift this fella, push in this spring, and...
Look, I'll give you, all right, 20/80, right? You can eat 20% of the money, all right?
It almost sounds like a great sequel for that book, Flowers for Algernon.
Oh, man, yeah.
Or Ratatouille.
Or Ratatouille.
I like how the picture they have, it's like a like nice looking rat. It's like a photo.
I know, that's not the rat they found.
No
smiling
way.
and happy like
They're
that.
like, that's his graduation photo. He later turned out to be a hardened criminal, and they're like, they want to honor his memory. Like, he wasn't that bad of a rat.
Shout out to RJ for Curry Cash.
Oh, man.
If you have a comment that's alliteration, we're going to say it for sure.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We say all alliteration comments. Oh, man, we're so
Always.
close to the end of the show. News chug, you guys. Help us news chug.
Oh, man. What else do we got?
If we missed a good one, check it out on the website. The news we
It's
missed.
true. So, okay, so more Florida news. You know, I had to save one for the end. This is great. So apparently naked Florida man was reported for doing a strange dance outside of McDonald's before trying to have relations with a railing.
This sounds related to the guy at Walmart who spread the salt for the evil demons.
Yeah.
Because I feel like demons, like a house isn't haunted when people are making love. So by him loving this railing, it helped the ghosts go away, right?
Or
I mean,
the house,
bulletproof.
or the house stays haunted and the ghost is just a pervert.
I mean, if you make that kind of friendship with a ghost,
they literally can't haunt you.
Whoa, his face!
Yo, you know what I'm saying? This dude.
What's with these intense looks?
Once again, that guy looks like you're so ignorant.
So there's some real.
Yeah, why are we questioning him?
There's some real gems in this article. So like, he was apparently, for, like the day before, he had some run-in with the law. It doesn't really say, but he had told the officers that he wanted to go to a McDonald's in Naples, where he had been banned, right? And so the officer told him not to go there, and he said he wouldn't. So he didn't, but instead he went to a different McDonald's in a different part of Florida, and then does this shit. And someone called in and said they believe the guy's on drugs. And so, of course, they arrest him. And he's been arrested a couple times for battery and stuff. And there's another... Oh, where is it?
So this is his first sexual assault on a railing, correct?
Yeah, probably.
You guys, look he did this, and he knows it, and you can tell in this picture. He did this to get his cataracts fixed in jail. I'm serious. He's in for that jail health care. He's like, my eyes are getting milky.
Yeah.
It's time to hump a rail and get some health care.
No, this is the best part, all right? Earlier in June, he was charged with domestic battery for pouring tomato sauce all over his sleeping girlfriend after an argument about infidelity.
That sounds like a pretty mild battery.
Yeah.
Like I would take that over many other forms of
Yeah,
abuse.
no doubt.
But I mean, his girlfriend was correct. I mean, He was cheating on her. He's out here banging railings.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Slanging and banging.
So this dude just, man.
What led up to this tomato sauce pouring though? What was like?
It just says following an argument about infidelity. So
You're always at the pizzeria.
I mean,
I'll show you a pizza.
Like,
do they go deeper in on what kind of dance he was doing?
You're always eating pasta. I'll make you a pasta.
Because my
ancient rain dance.
My go-to is the Cabbage Patch. I like to imagine him doing that.
Running Man.
You guys, we almost forgot about the opium-addicted parrots that keep raiding poppy farms in India. Shout out to India, because India's animals are rebelling
They're
hard.
killing it.
Yo, they're crazy.
Killing it. Yeah, these parrots, remember that's the other bird I was saying should vote. We just let them vote. They're having a drug crisis, you guys.
Dude, God forbid India's birds get with Canada's birds. That's like going to be like a bird legion of doom.
Yeah, they start comparing
right. They're
notes.
gonna start running things.
It's
And
gonna be-
pretty soon they got a cartel.
They're the next.
Yeah.
They're the next ISIS.
It's Mexico Junior.
Oh man.
Opium.
If only I could have some clever bird Pablo Escobar pun. Something will pop up like
he
2
looks
weeks
like
from
a
now.
little Pablo.
Paul.
Pauly Escobar.
There we go.
Pauly
There it is.
Escobar.
All right. Yeah, so I mean that's it. But yeah, I mean during all the opium harvesting, just these birds know what's up, man.
They really do. Birds are taking over the future.
Taking over the future. They just aren't just the future alone. They're going to team with AI and they're going to make bird decisions. They're going
man.
to carry out cloud thought. It's going to be clouds of birds. Clouds of
Oh,
your
dude.
data on these bird clouds just flop
Yo.
around shitting on your data.
There's a reason that was a horror movie back in the day.
Shout out to Alfred Hitchcock for sure. Yeah, he was right. He was definitely right.
Hordes of birds can be scary as fuck, man. I mean, what are you gonna do? Like, if you happen to have like a flamethrower or something, like you might be good for a minute.
For like a minute.
Yeah.
You guys, our boy Unbox Therapy, Lou got to look at the Foldy laptop we talked about a couple episodes ago. Remember we were talking about that Foldy screen?
The Foldy phones?
Yeah, this is a real good use of this. Look at this situation. This is a Foldy laptop. When they scroll over the fold, imagine holding that. Imagine sitting on a beach towel in the sand with, you know, when you put your thumb in the crock of the book and you can hold that book just one hand so nice. And laptops,
Yeah.
phones don't give you that crock of that book crack feeling. This is primal. This is in our genes for generations, holding books like this Foldy laptop right here.
But then you don't have to like always be annoyed by like when you get too far in a book or you're just starting, like it's uneven, you know, and you
None of that.
Yeah,
It's
you
always
don't
the
have to worry
same
about
weight
any
on
of that.
both sides.
Yeah, perfect.
I love how it looks broken though. It literally looks like someone took a tablet and just went, and
just like
bent it.
And there's a little bit of a viewing angle thing too, where like one page looks bluer than the one that's facing at you.
It might be the video.
Yeah, the way the camera catches it.
I think that's cool. I just don't like how it looks broken.
Broken. Oh, you don't like how
It looks like someone just like with freaky hands, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, just picked it up and just went.
Well, it has to have a curve. It doesn't have. It can't have like a crease. And also, they have like, I don't know, electrical tape or something over the hinge right now. They don't have like the real hinge cover, which is funny because there's like leather bound up outside of it, like some nice leather notebook situation, like a sailor would take on his pirate vessel, like portfolio. Oh, I draw people at the coffee shop kind of
pirate
situation.
portfolio.
Yeah, but they don't
Pirate
have
portfolio.
they don't have the leather situation over that inner hinge. That's when it's gonna be nice. Instead it's like this electrical tape situation, but it's not done yet.
Yeah.
This is a prototype, but still, I'm stoked on the bendy screens. Bend everything, bend all our tech, bendy tech. This thing bends. This bends all crazy.
I was gonna ask about that. That's
Yeah.
pretty wild.
Our whole situation right here is all bendy. Yeah, shout out to Mike, who donated this laptop, who is the host of the next show. You guys better stay tuned because Two Clueless Dudes is on next on RadioVegas.rocks. And you can go to twocluelessdudes.com to watch us. But also, either way, the sponsors are going to be touching you in your ears. And you're going to tell them RadioVegas.rocks involved you with them so that the lights stay on.
I did want to show these art installations made with yarn.
Holy crap, we almost forgot the yarn installations.
Yeah, these are nutty.
Get
Man,
ready.
like, I couldn't even imagine how to go about this.
Wait for the suspense. Behold. And then that's the sound of these yarn things. It didn't help the internet connection to this laptop for me to grab it and pick it up and toss it around. There we go. Look at this. See all the needles? And then it's like these lightning fellows of yarn. This looks like a Tool album. This looks like Alex Gray art.
It really does.
In 3D right here.
Yeah, so apparently they like model it. They use 3D modeling first, and then they have a way to knot and loop the yarn in their specific patterns, which props to them because, man, I wish I had that type of dedication and focus.
These people are for sure who you want to go to knit you a sweater.
Right.
These are for sure the people we want to go to get pure acid.
Yeah.
These people are getting that MDMA tip. There's no H or what's the other one? M. There's no H and M in this ecstasy they got.
Yeah, no, they got the good stuff for sure.
So I wonder does it say how long it took them to do that?
I don't think so. It doesn't mention time, but I'm sure it takes a while. Obviously.
Time is meaningless. When you're doing this,
True.
Time stops around you. You grow younger with every minute that you make these tessellations. The math that your brain experiences makes you perceive time at a different rate for the rest of your life when you make these.
By the time you're done, you're just like a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Benjamin Button.
By the time you're done, you're shitting your pants like a baby. That's for sure. Look at this. You'll see this shape over the face of everyone you love from then on. You'll see this shape when you perceive danger. This shape disappears when your kids graduate. You're just gonna see these yarn shapes. They're like in your psyche now. This is like a cactus giving birth to the turtle that the earth sits on.
Oh man.
Yeah. Right? That's
Square
a
Earth.
solid note, right?
Square Earth.
Okay, is it plugs time? I think it's time to get plugs. I plugged hard already into the whatever Ange Kerfoot. Get it on Bandcamp.
Shouts outs to Ange Kerfoot.
Yeah, we teamed up on producing on this one. There's tracks with different ratios of both our production coming together. It's really a unique adventure. Oh, you know that next show is starting when the dogs are all excited.
Yeah.
That's that down-home dog love.
Yeah, Ange's album is for real dope. Like, I've listened to it a couple times. It's pretty awesome. Give it a listen and then, pay something for it.
Yeah, and then Chef's returns August 23rd.
Chef's?
Yep. That's my new jam.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Where do we hear it?
You can find us on Spotify. We have a single out called Sea Level.
Awesome.
And iTunes, formerly known as. It's there too.
Apple Music. You're on Apple Music.
Yeah, we're on Apple Music.
All of us that used to brag about being on iTunes are now on Apple Music. Welcome.
And then I've also got another project called Father Crime. Father Crime, that's on SoundCloud.
Yes, that's good stuff. Investigated that. But that first one, is there other words that help one search it easy? It's amazing that you're pushing.
Chef's Music. Or Real Chef's Music.
Dang, that's a solid name.
Yeah,
these one-word names are tough.
Man.
That's power. Like there is no other chefs like this chef you claim in the chefs.
Yeah, there's no other chefs except Chef Gordon Ramsay and Chef
Boyardee.
Guy Fieri. There's Chef Boyardee. But Chefs does return August 23rd at the Bunkhouse. We'll be opening for Sad Girl, and
sweet.
Yeah, so we're all plugged up.
Damn.
In.
Whoa. You know what that means? It means that we have to grudgingly leave you. And I was so excited.
Wave you out.
Gotta wave you out, but don't
Get
go.
The fuck out.
Don't actually disconnect your radiovegas.rocks tab in your browser. So you're gonna stay tuned for Two Clueless Deeds, and you can catch us tomorrow at Brothers Pizza live on location, 11 to 3 p.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Pacific. That Pacific time zone. If you're in some other time zone, do the math. We're gonna be at Brothers Pizza. Whenever we have a live remote, it's got those bonus shenanigans. So you can't take that for granted. It's the best. Bye.
Thanks for having me. Later, dudes.
Yeah, best in town.
Look around.
Stop that one.
Yo.
And this is all you've done.